Okay, so some time ago, I bought this little Jap engine, little outside valve engine. Lord knows why I bought it. I just like the look of the little thing. It was intact, but it's got a little bit of a noise. I don't know if I can. Yeah, probably hear that. So, well, I pulled it apart. I figured little side valve, so it doesn't take much at all to set the cylinder head off. I think the noise is just the governor. But that flywheel is blooming solid. If I try any harder, I'm going to start breaking things. So, yeah, we've had a quick little prod at the valves. Quick little wobble of the piston. There's not a lot of piston slap there. There is a little bit of light scoring on the bores. They're not bores, there's only one on the bore. It's not brilliant, but it's a little old Jap engine. It's not going to be, is it? It's probably done a lot of work. So, yeah, I figured we'd put the thing back together, see if it works. It has got a good spark. If I manage to convince the HT lead to stay somewhere where it's going to work, my fingers will work as a team. Might be close enough, might not. And I give that a bit of a pull. No, that's nowhere near close enough, is it? Let's find something to jam that in place. Oh, flipping it. Really should have thought this through, shouldn't I? You stay up there. Oh, let's see if that'll do it. It should. There we go. You see it sparking across to the spanner. Or you could do anyway. Don't know whether I actually caught that on the camera. But anyway, it sparks. So, I'm going to suck my cup of tea. And then we'll see about bolting a few bits back on. Okay, so I've just popped the little oil, flipping heck. I've just popped the little engine breather back on and the inspection cover for the valves. But I think if we want to stand any chance of making this thing run, we best see about dropping the carburetor off the thing. Just see if you'll sit on the bench. Oh no, you won't, there's not enough bench. There we go. Yeah, you should sit on the bench about there. So, actually, how's that air filter on? Oh, that'll do. So the air filter off, that was easy enough, wasn't it? These look loose. Yeah, they are. That's concerning. Yeah, they're very loose. The screwdriver selection's annoying as well, because this one a little bit small, but next size up is too big. Not really a lot to see in there. The float's sort of intact. It's got a dent in the top of it. Let's see if it'll. Maybe a good job we took that off, because that's no, that's quite happy where it is. A little choke butterfly. That's sort of working nicely. If I can hold it steady enough for you to see. Maybe from that end. Yeah. Yeah, little mixture screws nice and loose down this hole here. You probably can't, no, you can't see it really in this light. So that's nice and free. What have we got going on under here? You tell me, because I can't see underneath. Okay. So there is quite a bit of muck in the top there. Sort of expected, because the tank, wherever it is, there it is. Sort of relatively clean in there, looks quite nice. But when I dip a magnet in, it sort of comes out like that. So we need to sort that out. But yeah, we'll give that a quick clean up. I'll see if I can't make this float move a little, and then yeah, we'll pop the head back on and the fuel tank and other ancillaries and whatnot, and see if we can make the thing run. Okay, so we've got most of the muck out the float bowl, freed the float itself off. Not tested to see if it's got a hole in or not. We'll find out when it floods. And removed the float valve and just giving that a clean out. We had to dig out the little tin of BA spanners for that one. Also just freed off the carb tickler a little bit, so it's returning now. I dare say just a bit of muck or something in it. It's not been used for a very long time. So yeah, we'll pop that bit back together. It is simply just drop the ball in there. It's nice and free, it actually moves around in there now. Screw the float valve back in, goes up here. So I'll screw that back in and then just pop the float ball back on. So yeah, I'll do that and I'll bring you back when I've done it. Alright, onward. Okay, popping cylinder head back on. Just use the same gasket. I've not bothered annealing it or anything. I'm just going to give it a quick wipe and pop it back on. It's a little bit, if it leaks, it leaks. I'm not that worried. It's half a dozen bolts, take the head off. I'll worry about it if it does. I'm more concerned about seeing if we can make the thing fire. And yeah, going to struggle to anneal it at the minute as well because I've run out of gas for my blowtorch. I mean, I could take it in the house and put it on the hob, but I think I push my luck enough doing things like that. Doing it unnecessarily, I don't want to go get myself into bother, do I? Right. Take that out of the way, blocking the view of the camera. Superb. If you heard that cracking noise, that was nothing to do with the engine, that was my fingers. Right, now have we got a bar that'll go through there? An old punch. Because, yeah, being British, the torque setting will be about that. Right, I'll leave that to settle for a minute and I'll do it again. And just make sure they are all tight and somewhere near even. Well, it's coming together. Yeah, I'll probably spend 10 minutes or so fishing around in the bottom of there with a magnet. Let's see what we'll get if we put one in now. Give it a shot. There, yeah. If I fish around in there, I can hold the camera in the right place, it might help. Flip out, look at that. So yeah, I'll waste 10 or 15 minutes doing that, and yeah, we'll see about popping a few more bits on. There's not a lot to go. There is just the fuel tank, the little exhaust that simply screws it. Oh, do I put it on now? No, I've got to put some covers on first. Yeah, and 2 bits of cowling. So yeah, I'll get the fuel tank cleaned out. We'll see about popping the cowling on. Maybe steal some fuel out of the Norton and see if we can make the thing run. Yeah, that is still concerning me, that noise, but I'm pretty sure it's just the governor. Right, onward. Yeah, something like that anyway. We'll see about putting some fastening screws and bits in, but that's about there, isn't it? Right, yeah, what will I do? There's a couple of little screws either side, wherever I've put them. There should be my box of bits down there. Yeah, maybe 2 each side. Yeah, 2 each side. I've got 4 screws in the box, that makes sense. Then we've just got spark plug cap. That's the cap for the fuel tank, and they're the 4 bolts that hold it on. I might have to take these straps off in order to get it back on. We'll see. If I can convince the bolts to start, then we'll leave it together. What I have done, because I've been fishing around with a magnet, I got as much out of there as I could, but there'll still be something in. So I've taken a little neodymium magnet and stuck it to the bottom of the tank, so hopefully give it a bit of a shake about and any loose bits will sort of stick to that point. Hopefully. Right. Yeah, I'll wind a couple of screws into this and see about putting the fuel tank back on. Okay, so it's together. Oil filler cap doesn't want to go on properly. I think it's been cross-threaded at some point, because if you get it dead square, you start tightening it and then you just feel it jump a thread and it goes solid about half a turn after. Unfortunately, I haven't got any thread files here, so it started. Hopefully it'll, not splash too much out. Found out the hard way the petrol tap doesn't work. It turns out it's wide open in both positions. Most of it's evaporated now, but yeah, we put fuel all over the place. Well, yeah, there's fuel in the tank. There's a spark plug in the cylinder head. I suppose we should wrap a bit of string around the flywheel here and see if the thing will start. Oh, 2 chances really. If it doesn't start, it can go back to being a paperweight. And that isn't just a saying, if you like. It has been a paperweight for the last few months since I bought it. It's just been sat on top of the fridge holding builds down. So yeah, and if it does run, I have had it suggested to me that I use it to run a small generator which can power a clock, so I can keep track of how much time I waste doing stupid things like this. Right, can we get a better position so you can see what's going on? Probably not. I'll put you where you can see everything. I'm just going to knock you over as soon as I pull the cord. Right, so it's a warm day, but we'll maybe give it a bit of choke. Flood the carburettor up. Probably a bit too much. Judging by the amount it's still leaking out, that was too much. Right. I'm thinking I'm turning the engine the correct way. Is there an ammo left? No, that was a bit of muck. No, there's no ammo or anything, so let's see what happens. I'm gonna turn this a little bit because I'm gonna end up banging my elbow on something. Rightio then. So yeah, nothing happened. Oh dear. I wonder. I might put a drill chuck on this. Put a drill on it and see if I can crank it with that. We'll have another couple of goes. Put a knot in the end of here so it can hook in. There's a little cutaway. That should hopefully stop it slipping. That'll do for that. Right then. However many times the charm this happens to be, you never know. We could just be wasting time, it might be absolutely knackered. Right. I'm going to pull a shoulder out in a minute. I don't want to do that. Resulted in operations last time. Hold the exhaust, that feels safe. Yeah. Ooh, we're getting somewhere. I think if I put a little bit more effort in, we might actually have a result. I'm slowly dancing out of shot here with it, I'm sure. What do we reckon this time? No. Oh, flipping heck. I might have flooded the blooming thing now. Can't turn the fuel off though. As we've discovered, the fuel tap doesn't work. Oh, that's worrying. Engine's gone tight. Engine's gone tight. Oh, it's okay again now. Oh, that's concerning, isn't it? That battle might have been something a bit more serious, but if we can get it running, I'm sure we'll find out. I think that one little coffee splutteriness we had was it. Tell you what, we'll take the air filter off because that is a bit soggy from when the fuel leaked out. We might just be flooding the poor little thing. Well, it runs. Didn't run for long, but it runs. Not sure which way's open on that choke. That might have been what was up with it. Yeah, let's try it that way. Let's give it another go. I think there's enough battery left in the camera to have another attempt. Got the door open so I can let some oxygen in so I don't suffocate myself. Yeah, exhaust still cool enough to hold. Nearly. The altitude didn't want to work on the bench. Popped it on the floor, now it runs. Turns out it's very sensitive to altitude. that'll do. So yeah, rather sensitive to altitude, but it runs. Now I popped it down on the floor so I could pull on the cord a bit better without pulling at my shoulder at a jaunty angle. So yeah, put a bit of tension on the spring for the governor there, and then yeah, little tweak on the mixture screw, and away she went. Unfortunately, I didn't have the camera turned on. But anyway, it runs, it works. We'll have to, yeah, maybe do something with it. Quite what, I don't know. But anyway, if you're still here, thank you very much for watching. And, yeah, I best go. I've got lots of other things to get on with rather than messing about with this. So, yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Ta-da!